we are often being asked or people talk about is, what is the difference between tantric sexologist embodiment education and other sexologist educations? And you, Miluna, who are currently a student in Tantric Sexologist, you have actually another sexologist education as well. And you have been so kind to come on here today to just share what has, like, what is the difference for you, and how is this education different from the sexologist and maybe other sexologist educations that you know about?
Yes, thank you. Well, definitely the most, the biggest difference for me to see is and to feel is that the sexology education I probably took is all mind. It is reading books, getting education, and coming from the mind. And the teachers that I've had doesn't have the embodiment that they have, that it is lived experiences, and the body awareness also. Yeah, a big difference is that the body isn't involved. So, and as a student, I can feel that. My body can feel it, my mind can feel it, my soul can feel it, and that we are as students also embodying it through the different practices and going through everything ourselves just makes, like, the teaching and the next step for taking in clients so much more authentic and true, and which is the same that I feel from you teachers, that you are walking the talk and asking of us to do the same.
Yeah,
And
because what you are, maybe it's nice to have some context that on the Tantric Sexologist education, we are really focused on the embodied experience, that you go through the personal processes yourself and then apply the professional aspects onto that. So how, I mean, that's obviously one big difference. And how would you say that that is impacting you on a personal and a professional level? Like,
it's impacting everything in me, like, doing, for instance, just doing a daily practice, tuning into my body, feeling into where am I today, how is my body state right now, what do I feel like doing, like me embodying that, calming my nervous system, regulating my nervous system deeper and deeper over time, is it's affecting everything for me, and both for me personal, but also with my clients, because the deeper I can go in myself and the more regulated I am in myself, the deeper I can take my clients. And also seeing this transformation that I'm going through, still am in, with this education, I see it directly affected in my clients. Like, it's taking them even deeper too. And yeah, it really, it's so profound, and so, yeah, like the power of empowerment is, I feel it is everything. Like, it is like, I also feel that you teachers are the way of showing the new paradigm. Like, this is the way that we are going to be teaching and teachers. It has to be empowered. It has to be embodied and authentic. and lived experiences.
And Miluna, what are some of the biggest like transformations or impacts that the education has had for you so far? If you want to share a few.
Yes, I will. And I'm glad that you say a few because there's been so many. One of the things that truly stands out and comes first to mind is me rewiring my mistrust that I have had in men because of former sexual abuse in my childhood. So this deep mistrust that I wasn't even aware of how much it has impacted me my whole life. Being met by a male teacher sitting there in front of me and meeting me exactly where I am and meeting my inner child, the woman in me, the masculine in me, the everything in me. I felt like he was reaching into my heart and into my soul and kind of turning a knot that has been going the wrong way in my life. And that has changed like so fucking much. It is the way that I am with men now in a whole nother level, in calmness in myself and in trusting that they are not here to harm me. And seeing that now on a deeper level, that this mistrust I had in men really was a mistrust to myself. Like, because the power was taken away from me, then I couldn't, I went into freeze and I couldn't move and I couldn't do anything. But that's not reality anymore. And that rewiring is, yeah, it's huge.
I get really touched when you share it. And I think for you who are listening, it's maybe um, good in context to know that we are with these things, and on your personal timeline, we are working really trauma informed. And one of the things that the embodiment can do as professionals is to actually embody an energy that a trauma needs to be rewired. So what Matthias was doing in that situation with you was to actually embody something that that trauma needed in order to experience a rewiring. And when we work with embodiment, that is something that we can really give as a gift in a completely different way than talking about it. And you have the possibility through that process to also, you know, give that to your clients, so that the trauma gets a new fundament in the nervous system to experience and then in a way dissolve in the nervous system, just to add some professional context to that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because the trauma information in this is everything. It really is the key. If Matthias hasn't been trauma aware or know the deep impact that it has on me and the bodily the tiny small sensations and movements and symptoms that my body was showing, if he hadn't been able to meet me right there, the rewire wouldn't have happened in such a deep way. So trauma information and knowledge is like the key to rewire these kinds of traumas, all kinds of traumas, I believe.
And you mentioned another big thing that has happened for you, around something with pleasure. I think it could also be
Yeah.
serving to for you to share that if you want.
Yes, I want to. It is like the more I rewire or regulate my nervous system, the more I get in touch with my the spirit and the soul in me. My spirituality is evolving in such a big way, but also the sensations and the subtle things that are happening in my body when I tune into to the pleasure of that, and being in such a deep contact with myself has given me or made me feel this full potential of full body orgasms, both with myself and with a partner. And like I it's hard to explain how like the women or the body just in itself has such a big potential for pleasure and for life force to flow through, and everything that it creates, like the creativity, the new insights that I have is, yeah, it's so profound.
One last question.
Mhm.
We've talked about it, but one of the things that we are really working with on the Tantric Sexologist is this very trauma-informed holistic approach to Tantra, to sexology, to body work, to the relational work, to sexology. Why, in terms of your mission, Miluna, why does this feel so important for you, and what is your mission, and just a little bit about what you're doing?
Mm. So the thing is that I now see that trauma is in everything, like it's affecting the whole world. And the deeper I understand that, and the deeper I get knowledge about it, I see it also in everything. And the way that we can heal it and the way that we can become free is like really through trauma informed educations, and to educate ourselves and pass it on to others, because no, it isn't functioning in the world. And and everything that we have been doing so far, like working only with the mind, has not gotten us to where we want to go. It hasn't given us the freedom to our full potential and to break free from these locked systems that are created in our bodies through trauma, and to see how much generational trauma there is, and how much, yeah, it affects everything. So I feel like it's the most important thing to teach in the world. It is really to understand how much this impacts everything. And I see it in the world around me, I see it in myself, I see it in my friends and families, in everything now. And the way that I can meet my clients, I work as a de-armoring body therapist and sexologist, to be able to meet my clients in that, from that place, working with the body, seeing the subtle shifts, that the way that the body is trying to communicate with us all the time, to understand that language and being able to help the client to understand what is it your body is communicating to you. It really is key for for healing and for freedom and for getting to know ourselves on such a deep level.
So you're working with clients one-on-one with the arm ring, you are working as a sexologist, and you are hosting workshops, you have expertise in sexual trauma, um, especially helping women, and doing speeches at different places, co-teaching on different educations. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's so, I really want everyone to go and check out Miluna, because what you're doing in the world is so incredibly important, and your expertise, um, working with the body and moving through sexual trauma is incredible. And yeah, just want everyone to know about you.
Thank you.
Thank you for this, and
Thank you.